Hello everyone, my name is MrNJersey and welcome to my channel. Yes, it's that time again for another build challenge here on my channel. In these build challenges, I challenge you, the community, to build an awesome creation going by a set list of rules. But before we get started, if you are enjoying these videos, don't forget that like and subscribe button and click the little bell icon to be notified of my upcoming content as soon as it gets posted. And while you're watching, let me know your thoughts in the comments below and what else you'd like to see in my future videos. So as said, let's get straight into it and get started with this video. So it's that time again for another build challenge here on my channel. Now this is going to be the first build challenge since version 1 was released here in Stormworks. Now this time around we kind of going to be going towards the main focus of some of the new features that we have here in version 1. Now of course with version 1 we got the new kind of built-in kind of logistic missions where we could go and transport these containers all over the world of Stormworks and receive money for that when you're doing a career game. Now with that obviously brings a lot of opportunities, and there's a multitude of different ways that you can transport this, either by train or by boat. You could obviously do it by helicopter. There's multiple different ways you can obviously go and transport this. Now the major concern is that depending whether you're doing it by train or if you are doing it by boat, you always are going to need a secondary device, of course, to get it from where it's stored here in this cargo area onto your train, or where it's stored onto your boat. So you always need a secondary part, whether that's for example, like a little cargo container handler like we used in the last challenge, or whether that be a big port crane or something like that. You still need that container and that actual crane or whatever it is to actually go and move the container itself. So that's where it came in this challenge. Now this challenge is going to be a way to move these containers around in-game much easier and much quicker. Now, of course, you won't be able to move a lot of them at once. However, I think this is going to be a little bit of a fun challenge. Now, I'm leaving this pretty much up to you in terms of what ideas you would like to use. But the brief for this is that you have to move a container from one location to the next location, and it needs to be done in the easiest fashion possible. The challenge that we are going to be tasking with you today is to go and build a Skycrane. That is correct. A Skycrane is great because first off, it's quick. Secondly, it can go and actually do everything itself. It can pick up containers and move them to a second location and then drop them off there and continue doing that. So as you can see here, we've got Utopian Skycrane that he's currently working on. He's managed to just land it to me for this video just to have a look at it and obviously give you a couple ideas of what you can possibly build. Now it doesn't have to be realistic. It doesn't have to have a diesel engine. It doesn't have to have a jet engine. It can be whatever you want it to be. Okay, I'm leaving this completely up to you. Make it as futuristic as you want to, or as realistic as you want to also. You can come up with a multitude of different ideas, but the idea is that it's going to be a crane in the sky. Okay, and you can move one container and bring it from one place to the next place. Now there are a small amount of rules, not that much, just a few rules here that we are going to be limiting you for with this challenge. The first one, of course, is it has to obviously lift and move the container from one place to another place. That's the main objective of this challenge. The easier it can do that, and when I mean easy, I mean that you don't have to fiddle around with a bunch of things, you don't struggle actually connecting the container and moving it, is going to be the key thing here. You want to do it as quickly and as easily as possible. Now we'll be using that for the judging requirements of this challenge. Along with that, it has to be built within a plane hangar. Okay, so that can be at your creative base, that could be over at the mainland, it can be anywhere, as long as it's built inside a plane hangar build area. Okay, so that does limit you a little bit, not that much because it is quite a big build area. Along with that, no modded parts. The only modded parts that I'm allowing you to use for this challenge is modded windows. You guys know me, I always use modded windows, but in terms of everything else, stock standard in-game parts. And the last part here is that it has to have a radio. That's it. Obviously an easier way for you to communicate someone on the ground, maybe directing you and so on and so forth. But besides that, that's all you need. Obviously do keep an eye out on the size of the actual container hooks, if that makes sense. So if you are using something like a platform like you can see Utopian's got here, just make sure that it does actually meet the requirements of these containers, so it doesn't obviously clip, it's not too small or it's not too big there. Now you could use actual like a hook here like he's got, where it's got like this actual platform, and that will go and connect, and this actually goes and lowers down. But if you don't want to use that, you could just use rope, and you can obviously go and connect the rope from there to your helicopter if you want to do it that way. But once again, it's up to you on how you're going to get this done. I'm leaving this completely up to you guys, and I'm really interested to see the different ideas that you guys are going to be able to come up with for this challenge. I'm going to be giving you 2 weeks to do this challenge. I will obviously be posting everything about this challenge over in my Discord channel, so if you haven't already joined the Discord channel, definitely go and do it. I will leave the link in the video description below, and I will be posting all the announcements there, and that's also where you're going to be submitting your creation. It will be over on my Discord. And the very last rule is that it needs to be built for this challenge. You guys can't be uploading any vehicle that was made or designed before the start of this challenge. I think that keeps it quite fair. It means everyone has the same 2 weeks time schedule to build their Skycrane here in Stormworks. But that's pretty much about it. I think it's going to be quite a fun one. I think I might even take part in this one. I'm not too sure. I'm still thinking about it, but I think it's a really cool challenge, and I'd love to hear your comments below. What you guys think of this challenge? What are your ideas for maybe some future challenges here in Stormworks? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, I hope you have enjoyed this and found it entertaining and informative as always. And we'll see you in the next one.